Hello, Crisis X2 Light here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon Emerald Vanilla. In the last episode, we did a lot of exploring around the waters surrounding Mossdeep City, and in the point 5 episode, I showed you guys the difference between high tide and low tide of Shoal Cave, which resulted in us getting a new Pokemon, Snorunt, and a new item, the Shell Bell. In this episode, we're gonna fly to Slateport City. I know I said off camera I was gonna level up that Whalmer. I actually forgot because I got frustrated over the upload process from YouTube. But yeah, don't worry about that Whalmer. It will eventually start seeing some battles for a bit just to get it close to level 40. Anyway, from here on, we're gonna head south. Actually, let's see if anybody wants to rebattle. Put the Whalmer in the front of the party real quick here. Not you. I know somebody here wants to rebattle. Excuse me if I'm not reading the text. I'm just trying to get through this fast so I can see who wants to fight. Ah, here we are. I'm hungry, but I've got enough pep in me for a battle. He's a peppy boy. That move, Pin Missile, is a bug type move that hits 2 to 5 turns in a row, not in a row exactly, but based on an RNG. It's a really good move for use against Psychic and Dark types. I like the graphic for it in Pokemon Coliseum. When you use Pin Missile in Pokemon Coliseum, your Pokemon literally fires missiles that are shaped like pins. Well, pins that are shaped like missiles. Kind of silly. I lost. It's because I'm hungry. This kid still hasn't eaten anything. Just gonna look for people who want to refight. It does indeed look like a flower guard. Okay, nobody else wants to rebattle. Oh, here's a guy we haven't battled. Yeah, look at my chiseled abs. This is what you call cut. Oh darn it. Should not have used roll off. He was going to hit me with supersonic. So, how was your day? My day's going pretty good so far. Being that I did just wake up after all. And there it goes. We actually can't do anything to this Carvanha except for using rollout. And since this thing's set up a focus energy, we're actually gonna swap out here to Cream Puff. Hiya! Flopped out. Ah, it's a tentacle. I don't think we can run from it, right? No, we can't. Not gonna let us run, is it? Ah, fine. There we go. Sorry about that speed up in that battle. But here, we have arrived in the abandoned ship. With Dive learned, we can explore more of this ship down here, in this central room. As you can see, there is a dark patch of water here. We saw this the last time we came here, but we really couldn't do anything. So, let's dive. You can actually dive over those holes there. I mean, surf over those holes. Are you guys ready for an abandoned ship maze? Because this is where it begins. Now, over here we have 6 doors, 3 on the bottom and 3 on the top. Each of these doors is locked except for the very first door that you come across, which I believe is this door. Nope, it's locked. The door is locked. Room 1 is painted on the door. The door is locked. Room 2 is painted on the door. Ah, here we go. You saw that glint in the corner there? Well, if you go and examine that glint, we get the room 1 key. Looks like an angry face. Over here we have a water stone. Yes, we're gonna use this right now. Get ready for an evolution, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we've been waiting for. Lombre, you're gonna get bigger. Our Lombre has evolved into Ludicolo. With it finally evolved, our team is mostly completely evolved. Again, don't worry about the Wilmer. The only reason why I wanted to evolve is because I have a plan for it much later in the game. But yes, our team is now fully evolved. Number 21, Ludicolo, Carefree Pokemon. Height 4 feet 11 inches, weight 121.3 pounds. When it hears festive music, all the cells in its body become stimulated and it begins moving in rhythm. It does not quail even when it faces a tough opponent. Let's use this room 1 key. Presses X inserted enter in the key. The inserted key stuck fast, but the door opened. Ah, 2 items glint here. We shall see what they are in just a minute. This is, ooh, TM18 Rain Dance. What Rain Dance does is that it summons a rainstorm that lasts 2 to 5 turns and increases the accuracy of the move Thunder, while also increasing the power of water-type moves. In addition, it weakens the power of fire-type moves, but has no effect on grass-type moves. What was this? If I can find it. I know I saw a glint around here. Ah, here we are. The room 4 key. There was another glint over here, but it's probably just garbage. Let's see. Look, we got that glint to happen again. Hang on a second. Yeah, there it is. It's bright and shiny, but it's just trash. It's empty. Oh, they're gonna just throw the garbage out right there. Anyway, we got the room 4 key. So let's circle around here and find that door. Room 6 is over here. Do you see how many items glinted here? We can only check those when we check out room 6. But first, let's go into room 4. 3 items glinted. One over here in the trash can, which is room 6. The other items are garbage. Ignore them. We go through here, and we find a luxury ball. What a luxury ball does is that it increases the friendship of a Pokemon that's caught in it. I think it has a better raise of friendship than the friend ball does, but that's just my opinion. A luxury ball and a friend ball can both be used to help speed up the evolution process of Pokemon that evolve through friendship. For example, Pichu, Cleffa, and Golbat are a few I can think of off the top of my head that evolve with friendship. So a luxury ball used on them will speed up the process so you can get yourself a Pikachu, Clefairy, and Crobat. Now over here, we had seen quite a number of items glint over here. So let's see if we can find what they were. Let's see. Here we are, the room 2 key. Found that pretty fast. We can also run in here. I just wanted to, add suspense to it by walking around all over the place. But yeah, let's go to the second door here. And find the last item we've been looking for. This room looks pretty clean as opposed to the other rooms. We found the scanner. Let's take this to the researcher that's hiding on this boat. Oh, that's a scanner. Listen, can I get you to deliver that to Captain Stern? I want to investigate this ship a little more. Sure. And that's what he's going to say about it. In the Generation 6 games, he tells you that this boat is called the SS Cactus. And he's investigating why this ship became abandoned and why it got damaged as it is. To save the trip of going back to Slateport, we're gonna fly over there. It should be here in the Oceanic Museum, right? Ignore that reporter dude. Oh, he's not here. Okay. He's probably in the boat in the ship house then. Now let's not ignore this guy. Let's go ahead and talk to him and show you what he does. Oh, do you perhaps like Pokemon? I'm on assignment with the TV network. I'm gathering stories on Pokemon and trainers that occurred recently. If you don't mind, could you tell me something about yourself? Sure. Oh, you will? Thank you. Then please tell me anything of interest that you experienced recently involving Pokemon. Okay, with this guy, we have 4 blanks here. With these 4 blanks, we can tell him whatever we want for this little interview. Now, I'm gonna do a little bit of something here. I'm gonna pause the video, enter a phrase here, and then just click OK. I don't want you guys to see what kind of phrase I want to put here, because I want to make it a secret phrase. So just give me a moment here. You'll find out what I put there probably later on or in the next episode. Oh, what an uplifting story. I'll be sure to get your story told on television. It should be aired sometime, I think, so please look forward to it. Okie dokie. I'm being cheesy with phrases, but you guys find out later what I put there. And don't worry, it's family friendly. Stern, where are you? I got something to show you. Stern. Oh yeah, wait, I know where he is. How silly of me. I am very forgetful, so forgive me for running around like a chicken without a head. Hey Stern, I got something for you. Oh, Crisis X, that item you have. That's a scanner. That would sure help us on our explorations. Crisis X, would you trade your scanner for something? Like say, a Deepseatooth or a Deepseascale that I have? Now, I would immediately make the choice here of which one will be good to have. But actually, I'm going to leave this up to you guys. I'll tell you briefly what they each do, though, in case you guys have forgotten what I said in the last episode. But real quick, I'll run this down. The Deepseatooth, when given to a Clamperl, will evolve it into Huntail. The Deepseascale, when given to a Clamperl, will evolve it into Gorebyss. They are both the same type Pokemon, but one seems to be based around physical attacks, while the other is more special attack oriented. But yeah, I'll leave that up to you guys. Are you certain? It's useless to you, Crisis X. Well, okay then. If you want to trade your scanner, let me know. We will hold on to the scanner for the time being. Like I said, the whole choice thing is up to you guys, not to me. This Let's Play is called a Let's Play for a reason. It involves you guys playing alongside me or watching me play the game. So I'll leave that up to you guys to choose. For now, though, let's fly back to Mossdeep City. There's really not much else we can do around here involving the waters. There's no places to explore here besides the abandoned ship, so we already covered it. So, off we go to Mossdeep. Let's go ahead and heal up. Now the waters beyond Mossdeep City are by far the largest, so I'm gonna go ahead and fix up Wilmer's moves. May as well give it at least something to make better defense besides Rollout and Astonish. Oh, we don't have anything. I was gonna hang on. I'm gonna make a brief stopover back in Slateport and buy I think that TM for secret power. We'll give it to Wilmer so it at least has something to defend itself with. So I'm just gonna speed this along here. And not get stuck on walls. Get 5 of these. That will have some backed up. There we go. Just to make sure that we have the shell bell, just gonna check the PC real quick here. Oh no. Was our progress not saved? I could have sworn they saved our progress after collecting the shoal shells and shoal salts. Oh man. Yeah, that's the one problem with with Pokemon games. Sometimes they don't save your progress on emulation, which is why I use save states. I'm pretty sure we saved our game in the last episode that took forever and a day to upload. Hang on a second. I'm gonna check through save state real quick. I'll be back. Okay, just to give you guys a heads up, I have restored a save state. Yeah, yeah. Our progress from the shoal cave wasn't saved exactly, so when I loaded up the save file, it didn't have the the shell bell in it or the never melt ice, as well as the Pokemon Snow Run not being in the PC. So this is a loaded save state, showing that the items are in the PC, the Pokemon is in the PC. What I'm gonna do is that off camera, I'm gonna um I'm gonna surf around the south of Slateport City, while also working on Wilmer. And yes, I'm gonna buy those secret power TMs again. And I also have a bunch of rare candies. Also, the Ludicolo we had on our team is now back to being a Lombre. But don't worry, I'm gonna do everything off camera to be caught up. So I'll meet you guys back here in the Pokemon Center. I'll be right back. And I'm back. I did everything off camera to make sure we were all caught up. And Wilmer did gain a level off camera. He wanted to learn Water Pulse. But since I gave him Secret Power on top of Water Gun, I decided not to give him Water Pulse because he already has a Water type move learned. But yeah, sorry about the previous take confusion. And since I'm bad at editing, we just have to roll with it. Sorry about that. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. Sometimes the ROMs they don't save the save file. And you need to use save state in order to actually proceed anywhere. It happens. But yeah, let's hurry back to Mossdeep City. Yeah, we're back here in Slateport. And as I said before, um, the items that Captain Sturm wants to give us in exchange for the scanner, yeah, that's up to you guys. You guys choose the Pokemon that Clamperl will evolve into. Now, in order to actually evolve Clamperl, we need to do a trade evolution. I'm gonna try and see if I can set up two Visual Boy emulators, or two emulators for the trading purpose, and see if we could trade evolve the Clamperl. I don't know exactly how to work it, so I'm gonna just do works off camera. Call blimey. That was quite an ordeal. See, here we are on Route 127. There are lots of trainers on this route, and it's also one of the longest routes in the game. We have these deep water patches here to check out, as well as plenty, like I said, plenty of trainers. Some of which I already battled off camera. And also, if you surf here on these dark patches, you never encounter... Never mind. I was gonna say you never encounter Pokemon, but... Nope. The game made me eat my shoe. Now we can. I'll just think about this. We can either advance the story here by diving under the water and looking for that cavern, or we can just head to the route next door and find Slateport City. And you know what? Let's do that. Okay, I'm just gonna speed this up here because I keep running to Pokemon and there we go. Nice. Use a potion on a Pokemon with full HP. Game. Ooh, I'm a mermaid. No, you're not. If you were a mermaid, you wouldn't have 2 legs. You would have a tail fin. Why is that not an Azumarill? Oh boy. Okay, that Miro has thick fat for its ability, not huge power. If it had huge power for its ability, that double edge would do a little more damage than it did right now. Also, in case you didn't see it briefly, yeah, there it goes. Secret power has secondary effects that can affect a Pokemon's stats. In this case, a fake surf that reduces the opponent's attack stat. Feel you are adorable. Too bad I have to hit you with your weakness. Oh, it's using hail. Oh yeah, Pokemon that have an ability can also have their evasion raised in hailstorms. I think Snorunt has that ability. I forget what it's called. Ice Veil? I think it's called something like that. My fantasy bursts as if it were a bubble. Blub blub blub. Hi Pelipper. You're a big guy, so we're gonna speed this up and battle you. You know what? Let's give that Wilmore hold item. There we go. You can join the ranks of Pokemon holding items. Excuse me. Swimming is a full body workout. You will get fit. Oh boy, we have a Gyarados. Pardon me. Let's see. We're gonna switch out here. I admit it, you win. There are dive spots around Slateport, Sootopolis here. But let's go under the water. And go up here. Here we are in Sootopolis City. The water here has no movement at all. Also, you see our train is kind of bobbing up and down in the air in the reflection. It doesn't reflect the shadow that we're riding, so silliness there. Anyway, here is Sootopolis City. We'll read this sign. Sootopolis City, the mystical city where history slumbers. A special thing is going to happen here later in the game. What is that? Well, we won't know until that point comes. Sootopolis sprang up as a town in the crater of a volcano. If you look up at the sky, the lip of the crater is also visible. So all you see is the sky in a circle. But that's what makes the sky above Sootopolis the most beautiful. Yep. When I was young, I traveled the world as a Pokemon trainer. Now that I've become an old buzzard, my only amusement is watching young trainers battle. This old man was one of those old people where if you have an e-reader, excuse me, if you have an e-reader and Pokemon Battle e-cards, you can scan those cards and the scented tree there will disappear. Then you can go in there and battle whatever trainer was on your Pokemon Battle e-card. But the e-reader didn't sell very well in Japan, and so all cards were literally destroyed by Game Freak. They have those cards don't exist anymore. I have Pokemon Battle e-cards. I also have Animal Crossing e-cards and Mario e-cards. But that's all. That's the only bunch that ever came into existence. Hello, ma'am. Hello, you're our first guest in a good while. You've brightened up my day, so I'll give you a big Wilmer doll. Thank you. Take good care of it. We got the Wilmer doll. That Wilmer doll is our first secret-based decoration. We can also decorate our room with it back at home. And it actually is a big doll. Here we have these two fellows. Do you know the Pokemon Lotad? It's rarely seen in Sootopolis. I love big Lotad. My big brother says that Seedot is bigger. But that's wrong. Everyone knows that Lotad is a lot bigger. Hun, do you have a Lotad? Please show me. Okay, we don't have a Lotad, we have a Ludicolo. Don't you have a big Lotad? How disappointing. If you get a big Lotad, please come show me. This is, everybody thinks that Pokemon Legends Arceus was the first Pokemon game to do size differences in Pokemon. Actually, no. This is the game that did size differences in Pokemon. The Pokédex gives you a general idea of how big a Pokemon is, but Pokemon do have different sizes. They're just not visible in the 3rd gen spectrum. It wasn't until Generation 7 when size differences actually became more visible to our eyes. But yeah, this game, these Generation 3 games are the ones that did the Pokemon size differences. Read the sign here. The biggest Lotad in history, Marco's 19.6-inch Colossus. A Lotad bigger than a Seedot always wanted. The biggest Seedot in history, Marco's 19.6-inch Giant. A Seedot bigger than a Lotad is always wanted. Yep. Diving in the sea, climbing up and down stairs all the time. If you live in this town, you end up getting physically fit. Listen up and I'll tell you something good. There's supposed to be an ancient ruin in the sea around here. There could be treasures just waiting to be discovered down there. Ancient treasures. It would be nice if they existed, but even if they didn't, it would be so beautiful to take an underwater stroll with my Pokemon. I've never been out of this city. I wonder what the world is like on the other side of this round sky. Lots of stuff, kid. Mount Pyre. At its peak are two orbs placed side by side. Did you know? Yes. Yes, two orbs side by side. The sight of them together, it is somehow soothing. Granny, I have bad news for you. One of those is missing. Or both of them are missing. Now we're coming up on the time here, so I'll just briefly show you guys the other side of Sootopolis and then we'll call it an episode. Yes, that's all you're gonna see on the waters here are these Magikarp. Actually, because of the fact that you can only find Magikarp in the waters here, I believe that this is the only place where you can get a shiny Magikarp. If you're willing to battle 8,192 Magikarp. Here we have this special little girl. Hi, what's your name? Okay, that's nice. My name is Kiri. My mommy and daddy named me so that I would grow healthy and warm-hearted. That's what they wished. You can have one of these. She gives us a Huntail berry. Kiri will give you this berry too. I really like it lots. And a Papa berry. I wonder what kind of wish is included in your name. This little girl is named after Junichi Masuda's daughter, Kiri. She was born on the very same day Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire were released, so he created a sprite in her honor. Very touching, that is. The cave that links Sootopolis and the outside world. It seems as if the cave was made to keep something from getting out. Or am I just imagining things? You might just be imagining it. An underwater volcano erupted and forced itself up from the depths. Its crater emerged from the sea and became filled with rainwater. That's how Sootopolis City came to being. If you're wondering why sometimes I'll be walking into the walls like this, it's because I'm trying to show a glitch here. Not a game-breaking glitch per se, but a weird stairway glitch. There appears to be some connection between Sootopolis and Mount Pyre. My friends and I did some research on it at the lab where I used to work. Oh, that's cool. My big brother used to study the sea. Okay. You're a Pokemon trainer, aren't you? Sootopolis Juan has many fans, even more than his student Wallace. Do you have any? I have 138 YouTube subscribers, if that counts. Oh, then you must be pretty strong. Dedicated fans come over from even outside of Hoenn. It was really wild when I went to the trainer fan club in Ludicolo. There is it that has a glitch. I mean, it's nothing really important. It's just something I just want to show off because of the curiosity thing. For 30 years, I've remained in Sootopolis honing my skills. I developed a shattering TM. I bequeath it to you. We got TM31. TM31 contains Brick Break. It's a move so horrible that I can't describe it. What Brick Break does is that it shatters barrier moves like Light Screen and Reflect while doing damage to the opponent. You've come all the way to Sootopolis? You're no ordinary tourist. But I suppose that doesn't make you an extraordinary tourist either. Which area is it? Maybe it's not in this version of the game. Maybe it's just in Ruby and Sapphire. I'm misremembering. But anyway, off camera, I'm gonna go back to the museum in Slateport, and I'm gonna talk to that guy again. I'm gonna put my phrase back in so the TV in this town will be flickering. But for now, we'll just call it an episode here. We don't go too far over the time limit. Also, I like how I talk to this nurse here, and that girl in the corner there is in mid-step. Kind of funny. I like that. 7 badges, 77 Pokemon. It's lucky 7s. There we go. I would like to thank you all for watching this episode. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment on these videos. As I said in Zelda 2, I'll say it here. I do read the comments when I do have my chance. I do heart them to show that I did read them. And I'll see you guys in the next episode when we explore more of the waters around Hoenn, the Hoenn region. So until then, take care of yourselves. Don't get sick. Remember, your health is very important in this world, just like you are very important in this world. And I'll see you guys then. Much love from Mama Dragon, aka Crisis X2 Light. Take care. Bye-bye.